Welcome everybody to episode 1 of WAN, or the Weekly Apple News. I'm your host Mark Pears, and this week we'll be talking about capturing killers with Find My Mac, free shipping on Apple's site, Mavericks beta seeds, Mac Pro launch date, and much more. So the first thing I want to talk about today is capturing killers with Find My Mac. So earlier this year, University of Michigan student Paul D. Wolf was shot and killed. The police had no leads to go on for quite some time, but earlier this month, they got a big break in the case. Reports stated that D. Wolf's neighbor's MacBook was stolen, and it was still sold on Craigslist. The owner then opened it, turned it on, and then Find My Mac automatically started tracking that computer. So now they were able to track that computer to the person who bought it. They then told them who actually sold that computer, and it ended up capturing 2 people, and they are now being convicted of murder. Next, Apple offers free shipping and everything and post shipping times. So as a part of the holidays, they are offering free shipping on everything, no limit, in their Apple online store. Along with that, they also posted the shipping times, so it lets you know what the latest date is that you can actually buy something to receive it by Christmas time. So, for example, if you get an engraved iPad mini threatened display, you have to order it by December 1st. If you get a non-engraved one, you have to order it by December 1st as well. So if you get a customized Mac or stock, something like that, it might take longer, so you know what the latest date is to order it. And also they let you know when you can order it for next day shipping. So for example, non-engraved iPad mini, you have to order it by December 22nd. Next, Apple seeds beta 3 of Mavericks 10.1 to developers. This seed is done on the 3rd by Apple, and it's just a third beta seed of 10.9.1, which includes some mail fixes for Gmail. For some reason they don't like Gmail, I guess, and some other bug fixes. And from beta 1, 2, and 3, there isn't that much of a difference. So right now we kind of don't really know what's with beta 3, but we know in 10.9.1 there are some mail fixes, other bugs that came with that. So the day after Apple seeded beta 3, 10.9.1 to Apple Care employees. So this is the first time we've actually seeded 10.9.1 to employees of Apple Care. So they didn't seed beta 1 or 2 to them. And this is just so they can use it, play around with it on their Mac. And if anybody has any questions, once it comes out to the public, they come into Apple. Apple Care employees will be able to help them. They know what 10.9.1 includes, what's going on, and how everything works. So this is an indication that it will probably be coming out to the public probably in a couple weeks. So you can expect it then. So next, could the new Mac Pro launch on December 16th? Well, a site in Germany, it's called Connard Electric. They have begun taking pre-orders for the new Mac Pro, and it's offering 2 different models currently, and it says the expected shipping date or launch date of December 16th. We're not really sure how they came up with this idea of when it will be released, but if Apple is going to release at that time, that's a pretty close estimate because it's before Christmas and before it's all over. So this is probably going to be a pretty close estimate of when it would actually be. Next, some Apple IDs are not working due to fatal error. So many Apple iTunes and App Store IDs, users, things aren't working. So if someone tries to buy a song or music, you get a message that says, it's all in all capitals, this part, FATAL, 2 colons, unable to process the request. Please try again. So you can choose to cancel or retry. There's currently no fix for it. We don't really know what's going on. Actually, to be honest with you, I haven't checked back. This was published on the 5th, so I haven't checked back yet to see if it's been fixed. And that day when we wrote it, Apple didn't recognize it. They haven't acknowledged it on their system status page. But one user contacted Apple Care, and they said that Apple's aware with it, and they're working on fixing it. And that problem has been persisting since the last night. So since the night of the 4th. So there's really no fix for it. A lot of users are getting it, and it's in iTunes, App Store, Mac App Store, and the iBook Store. So anywhere where you would use your Apple ID to buy something. So users are getting in there. So finally this week, we have got the iPhone 5s shipping times improved to 1 to 3 days. So Apple is continuing to improve the stock of the iPhone 5s, and currently all sizes, colors, and carriers are shipping in 1 to 3 days. The only one's not shipping that soon is the SIM-free T-Mobile version. So a few weeks ago, it was last couple weeks ago, it was 1 to 2 weeks, then it improved to 3 to 5, and now it is at 1 to 3. As always, thanks so much for listening. If you have any comments about what you just heard, be sure to leave them in the comment section, or wherever that is. If you're listening on YouTube, it's probably down below. If you're listening to it on Mixcloud, it's probably down below or somewhere else. Anyway, if you have any comments, be sure to leave those. If you like this podcast, if you're on YouTube, like it. Be sure to subscribe on iTunes so you don't miss any more. If you want to read more about anything we talked about today, you can head on over to ippodcast.wordpress.com for the show notes, and in those show notes there will be links to everything we talked about today. If you want to hear more podcasts, be sure to check back for our introduction, so let you know what IP Podcast is. Thanks so much for listening, and I